is here. The 2023 September wave of LEGO sets. On April 1st, we got a leak. Well, we got 3 leaks. 4 leaks? 3. The UCS Venator, the new gunship, the Ghost. I guess 4, because we got the T6 Jedi Shuttle, which is for the Ahsoka show. And that's all fine and good. I'm not making a video on that. There's plenty of videos on the leak sets. I'm making most of a video of something that's kind of just nitpicky. It bothers me a little bit, so I'm going to be a little bit nitpicky. And that is printed wastegapes. So, I saw some digital renderings of the Phase 2 Fox that's coming in the gunship, and I didn't see a leak, but I hear it might be the same thing for Rex, and that is LEGO continuing to use the printed wastegapes. They did that for the last 3 figures that needed wastegapes. You know, they had Echo and the Bad Batch shuttle, they had the 501st Officer, the Officer, and then they had the 187th Airborne Trooper. Those are the 3 troopers they printed wastegapes for that need them. And then before that, in 2020 and all time before that, every trooper that had a wastecape, they made cloth ones. And, you know, you can't argue and say, oh, well, maybe it cost too much. There were 2 battle packs in the past decade that had a character with a wastecape. And that was the Orc Trooper battle pack from 2012 and the 212th battle pack from 2014. I'm pretty sure those 212th Airborne had wastegapes. I cannot remember. I may need to go take a look. But anyway, so what bothers me is LEGO is may potentially, I don't know if it's true yet, we'll wait and see. It's just, I saw a digital rendering on Instagram that show what Fox may look like or may be inspired from, and that includes a printed wastecape. And for me, that just kind of bothers me, because why go for a big expensive set like that, you know, $160 for the gunship and $650 for the Venator, and then not include a wastecape? I guarantee the wastecape doesn't give you, it does not add that much to the price. Now, who knows? Maybe they'll add a wastecape and for Rex and make the Venator like $700 instead of $650. I don't know. That's just a bad joke. But it does kind of bother me, because it's like, we have the helmet holes now, but then now we have printed wastegapes. You know, back when the first Phase 2 Rex came out in 2013, he had a cloth wastecape and no helmet hole. And if you're like me, I think a few people did this with the Phase 2 Rex back in 2013. You tried to put a hole in this helmet to have an antenna, because it looked weird. It looked weird for Rex to not have an antenna. So I failed tremendously. My Rex has a helmet hole that looks stupid, and it bothers me. I went and bought out a Clone Customs Rex that have a correct looking Phase 2 Rex. So I did that. But back to the task at hand, or the conversation at hand, and that is the wastegapes. In my honest opinion, it feels very lackluster to not include the wastegapes, to just have printed, especially in big expensive sets. Like, I guess in the 501st set and the fighter tank, I guess it's okay to not include the wastegapes for a cheaper set. I don't know. I'm just trying to understand it. Now, I'm not making this video to shit talk what LEGO decides to do. Just for me, I'm a little bit nitpicky about it. I said in a previous video like a week ago that I'm not too nitpicky about LEGO, but there are some things that just feel a little lackluster, especially with the helmet hole. And I just find it really fun that the helmet hole is on the 501st Battle Pack. I know it was pointed out, but I never actually realized it until I took a look at the box myself over the weekend, that there was a helmet hole right here. Oh no, there's a helmet hole right here, but the antenna is stuck right here. And I just found that really funny. I know that was pointed out, but I never really noticed it until I looked at a box over the weekend, and I was like, holy shit, that's funny. Now, I guess, why not do the helmet hole right here? I don't know why that was a problem. Who knows? Maybe it was like a big, maybe it was like, it would affect the mold of the helmet. I don't know. But stuff like that, not including a wastecape, just seems really lackluster. And I was having a conversation with someone on Instagram on the post that had to do with the wastecape. And someone made a comment and they said, well, if they do printed, it's easier for playability. Now, again, for me, I'm not going to play with it. I may get bored and do whoosh sounds because I do that when I get bored. I mean, I think everyone does. So if not, then I just admitted a very bad secret. So anyway, but I mean, it doesn't really add or take away playability to have a cloth wastecape, because the figures that do have cloth wastegapes, you can still sit them down, because some of the comments said, well, you can't sit them down in a cloth wastecape. You can't. Yes, you can. I guess that's my only argument. We have nothing else to go with. You can. They can sit down with the cloth wastecape. Now, if you were a kid way back in 2009 with the Clone Battle Pack, when they had plastic wastegapes, who remembers not being able to see Clone Troopers down? I remember that. I remember when you made the Clone Troopers wear the wastecape, the plastic one, they couldn't sit down. You can make them bend at like a 45-degree angle, and that was about it. That's all they could really do. So the cloth wastecape is already a bigger plus than the plastic one. and not including it just feels so lackluster, especially like how it feels like we traded out the cameras for the helmet holes. It really does, because we had Phase 2 troopers with cameras but no helmet hole, and now we have Phase 2 troopers with helmet holes but no cameras. I don't get that. I really don't get that, but, you know, it's whatever they decide to do. It's not set in stone yet. Who knows? Maybe they'll come out and show the figures in a month or two from now, and they'll have waist capes, and this whole video is redundant, you know? But I'm just making a video to talk about it because I'm gonna take my turn at being nitpicky. So it just feels kind of lackluster, in my opinion, to make the helmet holes, but then not include the waist capes. Like, really just seems kind of dumb, in my honest opinion. But this is just also going off a digital rendering I saw of what Phase 2 Fox may look like, and it had a printed waist cape, and I just think that's really lackluster, and I hope LEGO does decide to go with the cloth waist cape. If they don't, I'll be a little, but I'm not gonna, that won't stop me from buying it, and I'm not here to make this video to tell you guys I don't buy it if they don't do that. You know, you may like the printed ones. If you like the printed ones, all the power to you. For me, I think it'd look better. I think they could just look better with the cloth waist cape. So, you don't know. We don't know. We'll see what LEGO decides to do when the set pictures get released a month or two from now. I don't know. But guys, that's all I want to talk about in this video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day, and stay awesome.